Welcome to this week's session with Putnam County District Library and the Guiding Ohio Online Grant. This week we are going to take a look at Notion. Notion is a tool that you can use online. It is also an app that can be downloaded onto your computer. The benefit of downloading the app is simply that it kind of eliminates all of the distractions of being out on the web. However, otherwise, there's really not a whole lot of other options and differences. So with Notion, this was advertised as with AI as well because Notion, just like so many platforms now, has added an AI feature. So we're just going to take a glimpse at the AI feature as well today, but we're also just going to take a brief introduction of Notion itself. So if you go to the website, www.notion.so, you will come to the page where you can log into Notion. Again, you can use your Google, which is what I'm doing, but you can also log in with an email address or in that type of format if that is how you so choose. What I'm going to show you first is simply what you see on the screen. What you see here on the screen, the main part here is the work area. This is where I was last at. If you notice up here, it's saying edited 18 minutes ago. So when you log into Notion, it's always going to show here where the last page was that you were at working. But over here on the left-hand side, what you see is what they refer to as the sidebar. This is where my name is. I'm logged in. I could click here, and I am on the free plan. Everything I am showing you today is on the free plan. Using the AI part is free up to 20 times. So at that point, then you do have to pay. So unless you have plans to use the AI portion, there's probably really not a need. There are additional features off of the free plan, but I'm only going to show what you could do with the free. You could actually add another account as well here. You can log out, and as I said, depending what platform you're on, it's going to ask if you want to add the app. So that's what you see over here, and the sidebar can be closed up, so I could simply click on my arrows, close it up, or open it back up. Along the side here, this is where I would go to create a new page, but then there is also all of these pages that I either have added myself or come standard. I purposely have left some and created some so that you could see. So if I just wanted to make a quick note here, I would simply go where my quick note is, click on the plus sign, and now I have this option here to make a note. I put in my title. The nice thing is I can, let's just title, I'm just randomly grabbing a word. Let's say apple for some reason. And I want to add, what's kind of handy here is to add an icon. If you add the icon, you'll notice over here on the side, some of these just look like a single sheet of paper. However, if I add an icon, then I actually would see that icon pop up over here. Now, obviously, you're typically going to want your icon to match what it is you're talking about. It does just automatically create an image. You simply have to click on the image, and then I can go in here, do a search. I could simply type apple, and now I have an apple. Notice over here, I have an image of an apple. I could also, if I want, add a cover to the top. So I can simply click here on add cover, and again, it automatically puts an image in there. But let's say I want to change this cover. Same thing. I've got all of these that I can pick from to automatically add, but I can also go out to a site called Unsplash, which I know I've talked about in the past. If I click on Unsplash, I can then type in the word apple. And if I do that, then what you see is images. I click on one, and now it's put the apple up on my screen. The other thing to note is, notice I can change this. I can also reposition it. So if I, for some reason, want my apple to be down, lower in the page, higher in the page, however I want that apple to show, I could do that. Let's just say for some reason I just want to see a little bit of the leaf, drag it, now I have that. So here is where it comes to where you can add information with the AI as well for commands if you so choose to. I'm going to jump to a different one that I had created. Before I do that, I do want to show you how you can share something I've created. I can do that. I can do that up to 5 people with the free version. I also have the ability to comment. So if I was doing this for like group project, I would be able to have someone comment and say, you know, maybe you would like to correct this or change this. This is the same concept of what you see like when you're using Google, how you can go back and see revisions. So I can see what has been done in the past on this page. So notice when I click on that, I see how I went about editing this page. I added the images. So I could go back if somewhere along the way something was created incorrectly, I could make that change. I can also star the page if this is something that makes it a special, that I want it to stand out, I could make that star. But I do want to jump down, since I did say how we were going to talk about with the ability with AI, with the computers one that came up when we started. Notice here, I had created this, was generated with AI. I simply had went in, I asked AI to give me information that had to do with the computer. And this is what it generated for me when I did that. So I simply, did the generate AI, and this was their example. I could go in here, I can ask AI again, and I could say, you know what, please improve this writing. I'm not real happy with the way it looks. I can say improve the writing, and it's going to recreate what it had done here in a different format because I didn't like the way that the conclusion was. I'm not going to go into all of the different features available, I guess is what I want to say, but I do want to make note, if you go to templates, I'm going to just simply tell them to discard where I was at. When I go to templates here, let's do that again. And now when I go to templates, this is where you can get yourself very wrapped up in all of the options that are available. But the nice thing is it does break it down. So notice up here at the top, I've got work, school, personal projects, wikis, and docs. So I have all of these different options. Say I want to just create things from a personal side of things. Notice what happened here. This all changed. So if I had hobbies, for example, and I maybe had a reading list that I wanted to create, or travel plans, I could do all of that right here. If I want to work out, like a 30-day workout plan, all of those things are available here under the personal templates. And I can do the same thing. I could change this over to, let's say I want, go back here to work, and notice what happened. It changed. Now I've got design, I've got startup, I've got operations, I've got sales. So I have all of those different options. So that is just kind of a very brief summary of what all you can find and see with Notions. Or I should say Notion. I always want to put the S on the end. It is Notion. And again, this is everything I've shown you here today is free. The only time you get into an expense was when I was showing you with the AI, and that's only if you go into and ask for 20 times or more for AI help with creating. So I hope everyone has a fantastic week.